your guys' defense is starting to show some slippage, particularly in the pick and roll. Just what are you seeing out there that's caused this third straight loss?
Yeah, I thought, we just we didn't have a motor, tonight for whatever reason. And, we knew this team would, even though they've dropped some games, looking at them on tape, they play hard. They play hard for 48 minutes. I thought they came out, very aggressive from the start, and we just could not get going. Defensively, their pressure bothered us. I thought we were a little passive and not aggressive attacking the basket. They really dominated the free throw line, with 37 attempts. And, they pretty much did whatever they wanted. We wanted to keep them from getting to the paint. They're number one in points in the paint. But the breakdowns tonight led to three-point shots. When you're not controlling the ball and keeping that ball in front of you, this is what teams can do to you.
I assume, not looking at the stats, but I assume that Jeff's 2 shots tonight were probably the fewest he's taken in a game this season. Is it just a lack of aggressiveness from him, or was there something involving the Bucks double teaming and sort of length that sort of negated maybe what he could do?
I can't explain that.
You said before about, particularly in the second game of back-to-back, that you have to find the energy and the motor somewhere. You appear to at least get a glimpse of it to start the third quarter. You tie the game, but what sort of broke down from there that allowed the Bucks to sort of build their lead up again?
Well, I thought they had momentum, and, we made a couple of shots and was able to get back into the game, and then they made some plays. I think you have to do that. You have to find a way to stop a team. In situations like that, they got a few stops. I think we had some turnovers. They went to a matchup of Deladova on Paul, really, trying to bait us into going to that matchup so that they could trap. And we turned the ball over a couple of times trying to force that issue. And they were able to, come down and score and get that momentum back.
One of the positives tonight is Monte Ellis. This is 2 straight games where he's played well, showed the patented quickness or the signature moves that has allowed him to be a good scorer in this career. Do you get the sense that he's finding more comfort playing in the second unit, and that maybe the reduced roles has allowed him to show more of a burst, along with his groin injury sort of being further and further away from what made him go back to the bench?
I've talked to Monte really all season long, and, we talked about when he was in the starting lineup, and then when he got injured, and when he came back, just really what we are looking for from him. And he said to me then about a month ago, I just need to be aggressive, and that's what we're seeing. I think he's tried to play the game the right way, with the ball movement. But tonight, that's the explosive Monte that, when we decided to sign him and bring him here, we were looking for. So it's good to see, that he's been aggressive and making plays, because that's what he's been known for throughout his career.
Paul was talking about their zone and their double team has made it difficult to run an offense. Did they do anything that you hadn't seen before or that caught your guys off guard?
No. We knew they trap. They're very aggressive with their traps. They trap the pick and roll. They switch 1 through 4. So we saw all of that on film. And, what you have to do is you have to get the ball out of those traps. We knew that they double-teamed the post-ups. So Al and Paul in our last game really played the same type of game. Anytime they were in the post, they sent the double team. And they normally try to keep the paint tight, take away flashes or you flooding, and force you to skip the ball, and they scramble. They do a good job of scrambling. So really there was no surprise what they did defensively. And, what they did offensively. We knew they attacked the paint, and If you don't control the ball, they get to the rim. If you give help and collapse, they'll shoot the three. And they knocked down 17 threes because we didn't do a good job of controlling the ball.
I was going to ask you about the threes. They outscored you by 21 points from behind the line. Going into this game, I think opponents had 100 more three-pointers than you. Does that put a lot of stress on your offense in other areas? I mean, is that a problem that somehow needs to be addressed as far as three-point shooting?
No question. I mean, your defense starts with you controlling the ball. If you can't control the ball, it's gonna be just long nights for you. And teams they're spreading you out, and it's the analytical basketball that is played now. Spread the defense out, attack the rim. If they collapse, shoot the three. It's really as simple as that. And if you have players that can create those driving lanes with penetration or pick and roll threat, and you don't handle that, then teams, they eat you up with twos, and when you're late, taking away defending the paint, and you collapse, they can hurt you with threes. So it's the game that's played now in our league, and it starts with controlling the basketball.
Can that be addressed, three-point shooting, can that be addressed by schemes, or does it have to be addressed by roster moves, to get three-point shooters?
You got to control the ball. I mean, so it starts with defensively, and a lot of times it's 1, 2, or 3. Tonight it was their three-man handling the pick and roll a lot. Dellavedova was in some pick and rolls. They had really 1 through 4 who could handle. So they would drive and kick and keep penetrating and kicking until they got something good. So a number of guys are putting pressure on your defense. It's not just the point guard. Sometimes it's your threes. In this case, it was their 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 handling the ball. So it puts pressure on really all of your guys to be able to defend penetration. It's very similar to, what we've seen really the last 3 games, LeBron and pick and rolls. They had 8 threes. I mean, Corver had 8 threes in that game. John Wall last night in pick and rolls. You got Beal and Porter shooting great from the three-point line this year. And a lot of that's due to the fact that teams are struggling to control those guys and keep them in front.
I'm sorry, Coach. Aside from X's and O's, how did you feel about your team's energy level tonight?
I didn't like it. I thought we were better than that, and I know we've had some tough teams come in, but I don't know where that came from, and I expected better than that tonight.